And guys, we ended up getting the T-Force Gaming SSD Vulcan G Edition 1 terabyte. And everyone's gonna say that these are garbage, they're DRAM-less, but I'm trying them out. They're kind of a new drive, and they were basically $1 per 10 gigabytes. And that's pretty good. Like, I remember when $1 a gig was good. So it's been really hard to find, you know, SSDs finally coming down in price. So we ended up getting, it was 111 bucks, to be honest. So a little more than $1 per 10 gigabytes, but not bad. And we're gonna drop one in there, and we're gonna drop one in here, and we're gonna bring these old systems back to life. That's what we do, CWWS. Okay, and first things first, we're gonna flip this bad boy over. We're gonna take out this battery, and this battery actually I just got. This is I want to say a 9 cell. It was a little bigger than normal, and it's kind of cool actually. Instead of sticking out a little more than normal, this one kind of sticks out on the bottom a little bit, and it kind of provides a little bit of a stand, or like it kind of gives it a bit of an angle. So when you're typing here, it's just ever so slightly angled. I think it's pretty cool. I've only ever seen extra batteries pop out a little more in the back. And I don't know, like, if this was gonna fit in a bag is nice, but it also has kind of a little bit of a handle to carry. Maybe it's not a good idea to try and carry it by the battery, but it's so natural just to kind of pick it up this way. So we're gonna take that off. We're gonna it's the first thing you should do if you're ever working on a laptop. Get rid of that. We don't want any explosions, we don't want any fires. And then we gotta, I think, get this screw out. This looks like it's for the keyboard. We're gonna take that out, and then we gotta pop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I believe it's about 11 more screws. We're probably gonna take out a RAM, and we'll just open up the RAM bay here. End up giving this laptop to Carly. She's using my, you know, it's actually weird. She's using my original aluminum MacBook, and I just picked this up. This is the original aluminum iMac. So I'm gonna get that aluminum MacBook back off her, and I'm gonna have a little set, the original aluminum Mac editions. Try and get this stupid RAM door open here. There we go. And if you just check, you got 2 sticks of RAM. I already loaded it up. This originally came with only 4, but I dropped in an extra 4 stick. So we've got 8 gigs of RAM in here. And if you just pop open the side tabs, you could just kind of pop it out just like that. Pop open the side tabs. It's actually not easy to do one-handed. So we'll just drop the RAM off to the side, and then continue on removing screws. So guys, we also got screws that are hidden inside that little door. So whatever I said, you gotta add a few extra. Make sure you get those. And there might be one hidden beneath the drive bay, which this doesn't even have a drive bay. This is just an empty plastic piece that they put in here. If you bear with me a sec, I'll show you. I was trying to figure out if I could get another drive. I got a terabyte, so it ended up, I think that's enough. This one's for the CD drive. So we'll take this out. Make sure you put your screws aside, and that should just slide out, yeah. So this isn't even actually like a CD. This is like a mock kind of CD drive piece. I guess it's just, no one's using it. It makes it a little lighter, but I hate wasted space, and I really wanted to get another drive in there. It might be possible, but actually looking in here, I don't know if you can see, it doesn't look like there's actually anything that you could plug into. So I was kind of, I wanted to actually look at the main board before I actually, you know, ruled it out once and for all. It might be sticking a ribbon cable that has the adapter, which will actually fit the hard drive, but then I also got to buy an adapter that will hold the hard drive, because this does not have anything which will allow that to happen. So I kind of gave up on that idea, and that's why I went with the 1 terabyte drive. I mean, Carly kind of does her web browsing and emails. She doesn't really do heavy usage on a laptop. So I think that should be enough, and we'll probably just end up sticking that back in there. But so we got all the screws out around the way, and now we got 1, 2, 3 to remove that were hidden beneath the empty drive bay. So we're just gonna go ahead and take those out. It seemed like all the screws were the same except for these ones underneath the drive bay. So we'll just get those out quick. I'm gonna put them aside. Just try and, better if you really organize this. I recommend like a little tray and even little notes, especially on an operation like this. Most laptops have little doors that allow you, like just like this one, allow you to upgrade just your RAM or just your hard drive or just whatever. But this one, because you're going full-fledged, taking everything apart, you can see here I got quite a few screws. I've kind of separated them a bit. Let's just hope I'm gonna get all back together nice. Okay, after that, we are just gonna flip it over here. I believe the next step, we've got to pop out this keyboard tray. You really should use like kind of a nice plastic piece, like, or maybe like a card. I'm gonna see what I got. Okay guys, I got my edge card. We're gonna try this out. And we're just gonna try and get in here and pry this keyboard. That might be even too thick to do it. You might need something like a little kind of thinner to like get under there. All right, we got iFixit Red Ring kit. I'm not kidding. This is actually the Xbox 360 Red Ring fix kit. And that's for another day. We're gonna do a video of repairing an Xbox 360 back from a red ring of death. All right, so that was actually, I had to use the tiny flat tip here to get it started, but now we've got the card in and we're just gonna kind of go along and pry it up nice and easy, nice and slow. You can hear it kind of popping out. Yeah, just nice and slow, guys. Okay, now that we've got that off, we can just kind of lift this up nice and gentle. You just want to look behind it because there is a ribbon cable that you want to take out here. Just this little guy right here, and you just want to flip up. Just like so. Blue tip on the bottom. So now our keyboard is free. We're just going to put that aside. And we are able to kind of take a look. Fan's a little dusty. I'm gonna clean that up. And then I think you've got a few more screws here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's a few more screws you got to get to. The white piece is the clip on these two. So I popped these up just in order. You got to pop these little ribbons out. Okay, so now we've got that one free, we've got that one free, and well, we just yanked that one out, but now we know there's a door, so we slide it in with it open and you close it down to lock it. No one's half the battle, guys. So now we got all the ribbon cables out, we've got all the screws out. We did a nice little clean, and we also cleaned the back of the keyboard over here where the fan kind of left dust on it. The next thing we got to do is we got to get our card all along the edge of the base here, all along the bottom and all along the next side, and then we're going to basically pop out the next piece. I don't know if it's in, there we go. Okay, so we're in, but yeah, so you can see here we got the card in. We're going to slide it all along the edge and then pop out that piece. Okay, now that we've gone all along the edge, you should be able to just pop this up, and we've taken out our ribbon cables so that can just lift off like so, the innards. And we're also going to take this as an opportunity to give it a nice little clean. It's a little bit dusty, so that is the next step. Okay, now that we've got that piece cleaned up, we can look into the guts of this HP laptop. You got your motherboard, fan. I'm going to give a little bit of a dusting over here to clean that up a little bit. And I believe you got to remove this ribbon strap, so we're gonna try and flip up. Okay, it's the white gate this time. So we're gonna pull out this ribbon strap that allows us to access the hard drive here, and the hard drive is held in. It looks like we actually got to take this piece out. I couldn't get this out. It seems like something's holding it, so we're just gonna remove this screw for the time being. Nice and gentle here. Don't want to lose these inside. You don't want to lose these inside the friggin' guts of the computer. I'm just gonna put that on that side, and then this should pop out the USB header and whatever port this is. This was a audio port. We'll put that aside just for the time being, and that we needed to do that, I think, to pry out the hard drive. We also disconnected it, so it should be free. There we go. Pop it right out of there. And now that we've got that free, this is kind of like a little rubber kind of guide rails, I guess. It kind of sits it in place and keeps it tight. We're gonna remove that, and then we can open up our gaming Vulcan G, and we're gonna drop that right in there. Okay guys, now a little bit of unboxing. Let us get into the T-Force Vulcan G. The name sounds pretty friggin' badass, to be honest, but this is a budget drive. It's not a like the budget of the budget, but it's a budget brand. I do like that look though. It's got that matte black, guys, with that chrome finish. Never mind the budget brand. So now that we've also got our little caddy free, our ghetto caddy, we're just gonna stick that in like that, put those screws back on, and then that's just gonna pop right in there like that. All right guys, so we've got that put back in the caddy. We're gonna drop that in here just like so. Tight fit. That's how it's supposed to be. No wiggle room. No wiggle room for our hard drives. No longer spinning discs, so I guess it's not that big a deal, but no wiggle room allowed. Okay, we've got it plugged back in. We're gonna drop back in our USB/audio jack headers. Screw back in place. Tighten that down. And it's just reversing the steps now, guys. That's basically it. We're just gonna fit this guy back in this ribbon cable. Ribbon, I hate dealing with ribbon cables. You gotta be so gentle. I never know if they're fully in. You kind of stick it in and then clamp it down. Like, I don't even know, is that in? It feels a little tight, but it also, I didn't feel that loose coming out. Oh, I hate these. I think it's in there. It's in there. Okay, so gotta double check that, make sure that USB is back and that audio port is back. Feels snug. We're just gonna go with it. I also gotta clean this fan before we close up here. And you know what? I was double checking. This was supposed to be where the CD-ROM drive connected. This, I don't have the actual connection on this board. So this board was never meant really to be expanded. There is no ribbon cable that would allow me to basically have my ports here, so I could slide the CD-ROM to connect right there, but it isn't there. But like I said, Carly's gonna claim this bad boy, and she doesn't give a rat's ass about CDs anymore. So we just put this piece back in. We cleaned everything up nice, and we just kind of went along the edges and made sure everything was pressed in. Seems like it's back in place. Just make sure your cables are not being crushed in any way. And now it's a matter of getting these little guys back in here. This is like way too hard to do with one hand, but oh, we got one in. Use that blue tab to give you a little bit of force to force it in, and then close that gate, and that hopefully is in. You can never tell with these things. Same thing here, we got this tab. We're just going to use that blue structure point to kind of force it in, close the gate. That's it. I don't like that little bump there, but what are we gonna do? Okay, so now that that's in, remember on the keyboard one, it's backwards. The gate isn't the white piece, it's the black piece. So just make sure that's up. But we're gonna put the screws back in first. We gotta get all our screws back, our 5 screws, and then we'll worry about the keyboard after that. Okay guys, so we got this ribbon cable in. This was the keyboard ribbon cable. I'm a little nervous. It's not looking straight. I'm gonna actually try and fit this in a little better up top here. Really tough to tell when you got this in. I hope that's it, but this is such a delicate cable. You got to be really careful trying to fit it in here. Oh, and it came out. Do another attempt. Gentle, 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 boys. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Okay, I think that's in. Close the gate, and that's it. So that should be the keyboard back in action. Flip it over, pop it in along the edges. Listen for those clicks. And we are back in business, boys and girls. We got Carly on the line. Carly, say what's up to the people.
What's up, what's up?
I'm getting your computer ready. Are you excited?
Somehow, somewhat, somewhere, sometimes.
Yeah, but you're gonna get a faster computer than what you have. Isn't that excite you?
Yeah, I guess so.
And it looks so sleek and it looks so smooth and it's so light. Better than that aluminum one.
Well, time will tell.
Time will tell. That's just the same as getting this thing ready, guys. Next step, RAM in here. After that, boot. After that, OS, install, CWWS. All right, guys, what's up? We're back. We got our Windows install going through USB Blu-ray drive. I thought I had a USB Windows 10 boot, but I guess I don't. So we had to use the USB drive, but it's working. We're about to install. And let's just make sure here that we can actually get an install going. It recognized the hard drive. I believe it already did. It should be all good. I'm a little worried about the 1 tera, but I think that's good. Windows 10 shouldn't have a problem with that. So it's all good. Carly should have her computer by the weekend. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, CWWS.